From KTVN, this is 2 News Nevada, Morning Edition.
So we're learning more about a fire that broke out in Sparks earlier this week. We're going to show you the damage that it caused. That's coming right up.
Sparks City Council members have voted on a $112 million budget after spending months fixing the deficit. What they needed to do to get there is straight ahead.
Mid-80s take over today before 90s this weekend. Of course, more details right around the corner.
Good morning and thank you for starting your Wednesday with us. I'm Kyle Louder.
And I'm Faith Justice. So glad to be with you this morning. Sounds like a pretty good one out there today, as long as you get the chance to take advantage of it.
Well, as he likes to say, free air conditioning this morning if you open your windows. Let's check in with meteorologist Barrett Vincent now for an update on the forecast. Hey, bud.
Good morning. Yes, save a bit on your AC bill with those overnight low temperatures and nice conditions in the morning. 58 degrees or 56 degrees right now. So not too bad. You guys been opening the window at night? Awesome. Good to know, and I'd recommend everybody try to get outside before those 80s today. We'll see a nice chunk of time before those 80s take over this afternoon, and seeing nice conditions outside right now. 56 degrees walking out the door. 80s take over around 2 p.m. with high and extreme UV values this afternoon, so wear sunscreen. It's going to be the coolest day of the week today, so keep that in mind. Maybe plan something outside before 90s this weekend. You'll have to escape to higher elevations to escape the heat this weekend, that's for sure. But a nice chunk of time before 80s. 80s return right around 2 p.m., so 60s and 70s up until then. You'll catch me out on the trails today, that's for sure, in the early afternoon. We'll be seeing temperatures in the 80s for Washoe Valley, 80 degrees for Pleasant Valley today as well. Hidden Valley seeing 83, Somerset 82, Verdi 82, and nice 79 degrees for the high out in Cold Springs. If you're closer to the airport, expect those mid-80s as that'll be the warmest part of the valley. Temperatures today, Tahoe 69 degrees, so nice conditions if you want to get out of the 80s, and nice calm wind speeds to go with it this afternoon. Typical springtime winds increasing to around 10 to 15 mile-an-hour wind gusts after the warmest part of the day, but mid-80s on the way today. Nice conditions until around 2 for those 80s returning after 2 p.m. Get outside if you can. If not, seek some shade in the afternoon when those 80s return.
All right, thank you, Barrett. Developing story this morning. 4 people are hurt after a crash that happened in Sparks earlier this morning. Now, it happened a little after midnight at the intersection of East McCarran Boulevard and Nugget Avenue. Nevada State Police say one car ran a red light and hit the other car that was getting off Interstate 80. One person has life-threatening injuries while the other 3 have serious injuries. Alcohol and speed are believed to be factors in this crash.
We have new details on a fire that broke out in a Sparks neighborhood earlier this week. The Sparks Firefighters Union says the blaze, which sparked Monday evening near View and D Streets, started in a wood pile and burned multiple cars. It eventually spread to a home where it caused significant damage. 2 people inside did manage to get out, but they were hospitalized, one of them with burn injuries. Firefighters also rescued a cat who's doing well. The fire did not spread to other homes.
And Truckee Meadows Fire and Rescue has approved a contract with new Fire Chief Richard J. Edwards. According to notes from the meeting, the 1-year contract has a salary of nearly $300,000 with benefits totaling almost $150,000. The contract begins next month on July 1st and ends in June of next year.
A developing story here. We're learning more about the recent budget cuts that the Sparks City Council approved earlier this month. You might remember from our reporting that the City Council approved its $112 million budget for fiscal year 2025-26 last week, resulting in some layoffs and cutbacks. City Council members say they needed to close an $18.2 million gap. Some of the ways they're working on doing just that is by laying off 13 city workers, including 5 firefighters, and also freezing 3 vacant police officer positions. City Manager Dion Luthen says it was a tough decision to make, but they're now almost at a balanced budget.
Public safety makes up over 70% of our budget. And with that, we took a very strategic approach to how we did it. Both police and fire both have either positions held and or layoffs, roughly in the 10% range for both of them in their entire department. Not all those are police officers or firefighters.
Luthen says they're also looking for different methods that first responders can use that are both efficient and budget-friendly.
And the Nevada Commission on Ethics has dismissed a complaint against former Reno City Manager Doug Thornley. As we reported, the commission started investigating Thornley in January after they received a complaint from someone claiming he had violated multiple ethics laws. Last month, the panel found there was no credible evidence that Thornley violated either of the laws when he left his role with the city last year.
In Crime Beat, a Reno man accused of strangling a woman with a belt while she was driving has been convicted. The Washoe County District Attorney's Office says 41-year-old Anthony Selleck has been found guilty of domestic battery by strangulation and battery by a probationer. The DA's office says Selleck has 3 prior misdemeanor domestic battery convictions and 5 prior felony convictions. He's set to be sentenced on July 21st.
And coming right up on 2 News Nevada this morning.
President Donald Trump is doubling tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. Why he says he's doing that. After the break.